Hello and welcome to another video update on SUI. This is the Elliott wave structure for the cryptocurrency SUI. We will take a look at the chart and we start here on the daily time frame. And what we can see is that the blue scenario is taking us lower into the support zone, which is between 49.4 and $1.40. So 49.4 cents and $1.40. This is a very, very large standard Fibonacci support zone. I think it's important to understand that this is just a very, very standard larger degree Fibonacci support zone that shows us four levels which could be of relevance, specifically $1.40, $1.02, 65 cents and 49 cents. So in this correction that is currently unfolding and which started up here in January 2025, we've already seen an A wave, which is the first leg of a corrective pullback, which is typically a three-wave pullback. So Elliott wave teaches us that corrections unfold in three waves. So we have more complex corrective patterns as well that could be unfolding, but most are unfolding as standard three-wave structures, and that is what we have here currently on our chart as well. So we have this A wave, then the bounce could be a B wave, which unfolded and topped in July. And now the C wave to the downside is unfolding as a five-wave structure. C waves are always five-wave structures. Now, the C wave should reach the area between the 100% and the 161.8% Fibonacci extension of the initial A wave. In other words, it's the length, right? So the 100% extension means the C wave is as long as the A wave. So we are on our way towards this support zone right now. And very, very soon we could reach the $1.41 level, which is the 100% extension. And you can see that between the Fibonacci extension and the retracement levels, there is an overlap. There is at least some confluence. So they both align. So there should therefore be a bit of a cluster or confluence of support. Important area. In addition to that, the market has the possibility to bounce at any time in a so-called internal fourth wave. I just told you that C waves should always be five waves. And we have seen three waves down. So a bounce in wave 4 and the fifth wave to the downside to wrap this correction up, that would be ideal. However, there's of course no guarantee that this C wave will really complete the correction. This is a model. This is not a prediction as such. It's a model that we use here. It tells us the parameters. And I can tell you that a break above that red box, a break above the resistance area at $2.35 could indicate that the correction is finished rather sooner than later. However, it also tells us that to keep this blue scenario alive, the price should stay below $2.35 for now. And what we need to see once we have this fifth wave down in place is an impulsive upside reversal. So there is a more bearish scenario, and if this white wave 4 is unfolding, which is basically an extension to the downside, then we'll likely expect lower prices. But we will be able to probably tell that based on the structure that will develop. We're not there yet anyway, so this is just something to be aware of in the future. For now, the focus is on $1.41 as next structural, or rather next Fibonacci support level. Let's also take a look at the shorter time frame for SUI, which is obviously important because the smaller time frame, the shorter time frame tells us about these nanostructures that are developing. It tells us about the levels to watch and the patterns. Do we, for example, see any convincing signal that this wave 4 bounce that I mentioned has started already? I can tell you no. There is nothing there that would tell me that this bounce has actually started. There isn't even any meaningful bounce yet. So I'd say a very, very first and early signal that this wave 4 has started, just as an indication, would be a break above the last swing high located here around $1.66. Basically, that's the Thursday high, but that's really only the earliest indication. So a fourth wave should unfold as an ABC structure, but for now there is nothing there that would tell me it has started. And then once the wave 4 has topped, we can watch for one more low in wave 5, which could reach $1.41 or $1.07, probably rather the $1.07 to $1.08 area. So this is how I see the market right now, which means we just have to be patient and be on high alert, I think, for a possible bounce. But the primary scenario is that this is only going to be a corrective bounce, which means, again, a 3-wave move up, which likely should not break above the $2.35, $2.36 area. That's the update on SUI. Hope you enjoyed the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also, if you're interested in additional updates, make sure to follow us on X as well for additional updates there. Additional video updates, additional written updates. So feel free to follow here the Morecryptoonline account as well. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.